Hey everyone, back here in the shop with $6 Million Man. In today's video, I'm going to get the cabinet all stripped down, get all the components off of that, and get that ready for paint. So stay tuned, we're gonna get to work right now. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get the legs off the cabinet so I can get this up on my adjustable height sawhorses and start cranking on it. So let's go. So just a 5/8 leg bolt on this. You can see these legs are extra toasty and rusted. I'll either be replacing these with new ones or getting these either powder coated or chromed. Not sure yet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, front legs are off. Let's get the backs. All right, legs are off. All right, now I'll just be able to roll this, jack it up a little bit more and roll it onto my adjustable height sawhorses. All right, I got it off of my rolling hydraulic cart and up onto my sawhorses. So got some work ahead of us today, getting the side rails off, coin door out, getting all the insides of the cabinet stripped off, and we'll be going through all of that. All right, so I'm going to start getting everything out of the inside of the cabinet, getting everything stripped out internally. I'm gonna leave the side rails on for the last thing to do because I don't want to be reaching inside of the cabinet over the raw plywood edge, potentially chipping it or doing more damage. So get everything out first, and then once everything's out, I'll do the coin door, and then I'll do the side rails last. So just a quick tip for you, as you're taking switches off the cabinet, this is a flipper switch, for example, or the underside of the playfield, just wrap a piece of masking tape around it. This keeps the switch from falling apart, keeps you from losing pieces, and also is a great surface for writing on what the switch actually is. So, for example, left flipper switch. So just a quick tip. All right, just gonna get a closer look at that line filter that caused all this electrical fire damage. So you can see that at some point that varistor that's on there, somebody wrapped some good old-fashioned electrical tape around there, which never lasts, and more than likely something shorted out, or there was a power surge. Not really sure. Either way, I'm going to replace this whole thing. A new line filter, a new varistor, new power cord, the whole 9 yards. So I'm not trusting that. So we'll throw that away, but just a quick closer look at that as I'm working on getting the cabinet taken apart here. All right, just a quick update as I'm stripping this out. So got the line filter disconnected, working on I got the knocker out, cut the speaker off here, got the service outlet disconnected, got the two flipper switches removed, got the plunger removed, and just keeping on trucking here. So I'm gonna keep on getting this all unattached, get the tilt bob, all this assembly out of there and disconnected. I already got the coin door harness off from the cabinet harness here, and I'll just take a quick closer look at this. This was never doing anything with that switch out of adjustment, so I'm gonna just keep on getting these screws out here, get this whole assembly off. I'll be throwing all this into the tumbler to polish it up and get everything cleaned up, get this harness cleaned up. So I'll come right back. Just taking a closer look at that tilt assembly from the factory. So, back in the day, people are trying to cheat these machines. So you can see all the different switches and mechanisms, the tilt bob, the ball, the switch, the tilt switch on here. So all the different mechanisms that they put together to engineer a solution to keep people from trying to cheat the machines. So got that off, and now the whole cabinet harness is loose, so I can get that out of there and move on to the next steps of getting the coin door out. All right, just got the speaker out, taking a closer look at this. So made in Taiwan, so cutting edge technology there back in the day. So we got an 8 ohm 5 watt thumper here. So we'll be getting that replaced, probably doing some pin sound or something similar. So stay tuned for more updates on what we put in here for some real sound, and this will go in the dumpster. So, all right, just a quick update as we're stripping down this cabinet. So got all the harness out, got a lot of the stuff that was physically screwed to the cabinet all removed, as you can see. Next, I'm going to remove the ground braid that goes around the whole cabinet. Get that all removed, get these other ground braids from the coin door to the cabinet to the side rails here all removed. Get the plates here that the legs bolt into removed as well. These are nailed on all 4 corners. So I'll get those out, and then I'll start working on the coin door. All right, just got the coin door out over here at the workbench, and just wanted to give you a closer look at this. So again, that skin on the coin door has been damaged. So, over the years, somebody prying at this or who knows what, all, scratched up. So I'll be getting a new skin for that. Looking at the back side, to be expected condition, fitted with 2 coin takers here. I'm going to get this all taken apart. Everything will be tumbled. And then I'll probably have most of it nickel plated, so it'll look nice and new when everything is done here. Rerun all the wires, switches, etc. So just a closer look at that. So just working on getting the frame for the coin door off and all these ground braid straps, etc. And noticed a bunch of dried red liquid on this bolt here. I wonder if anyone could name that liquid. My guess is some poor tech caught his arm on that bolt. Somebody working on this machine caught their arm on that ground strap bolt there that goes to the side rail. What's your guess? All right, so here's a fun problem to solve. So at the factory, this carriage bolt here that holds the top trim for the coin door the nut was sunk a good 1/2 inch to the cabinet. You cannot get a pair of needle nose on the nut without cutting away the cabinet to do so. You cannot turn the shaft of the bolt to turn it out because it's a carriage bolt. So on the other side of this, it's a flush mounted carriage bolt keyed into the top. You can see it's a square key on that carriage bolt. So I can't turn this out with a pair of pliers or whatever. And that nut, as you can see, is sunk in there at the factory. This is going to be a fun one to get out of there. I'm probably going to have to chisel away some of the cabinet to get that nut off, to be able to get a grip on it. And then I'm going to have to go and fill that hole back up and re-drill it after I fill it and prime paint the cabinet. So just a fun thank you from the folks, the installers at the factory. So just a quick second look, I was able to get that carriage bolt and nut out. So I just chiseled away enough to get a pair of needle nose pliers in there. I think I maybe have like 1 or 2 layers, probably 2 layers of plywood left between where the nut was set and the front of the cabinet. So once I get this all filled with some, I'll probably do some fiberglass resin in there, and then I'll have to re-drill it. But got it out. That was a pain in the ass. Excuse my French. All right, so just a quick update on the progress thus far today. So I got everything that's physically bolted or nailed or screwed inside the cabinet removed. Next steps is getting this ground braid out. So that wraps all around the cabinet and goes up through the head here. So I'll be pulling out staples. Feels like the majority of this demolition on this cabinet, disassembly, has been pulling out staples. So happy, joy there. And then after I get that ground braid out, I'll get the inside vacuumed out, all the nails and screws that are left in there, as well as 40 years of dust and dirt. And then I'll be moving on to the side rails. I don't think I'll be saving these side rails. I'll be getting new ones, but I don't want to damage the cabinet too much getting them off. These spiral nails that they use at the factory are a pain to get out, but we can get them out nonetheless. So just a quick, closer look at the side rail. So there's a big gash here, at the top. Who knows how that happened? Then we got a good size dent over here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me move my light, see if we can. Yeah, I still can't see it, but there's a dent there where at some point, somebody slammed down something hard on the side rail there. So I'll be ordering a new pair of these. I don't know if I'm going to get them chromed or powder coated, TBD there, but more to come. So I'm going to continue pulling out staples on that ground braid, and then we'll work on getting the side rails off. And then after that, I'm calling it a day. All right, just want to show real quick as I start to get these side rails off. Again, I'm not saving these side rails. These are replaceable, so I'm not worried about damaging them. There is multiple ways to get this off. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to use just my flat bar cat's paw. I'm going to start at the top. I've already taken out the top screw. I just ease that underneath. Get the nail out far enough where I can grab it with my cat's paw, just like that, and pull it out. Again, you can see that spiral nail. Those are a little bit of a pain to get out. So again, I'm not saving these side rails, so I'm not too worried about damaging them. This flat bar going underneath there is not going to damage the cabinet. I'm going to work from one side to the other, getting behind and just getting the nail up enough where I can grab it either with the flat part of my cat's paw or the other part of the cat's paw there. So there we go. I'm going to continue to get those nails out, and then we'll check in. All right, so slow but steady. Got that side rail off. No damage to the cabinet at all. I probably could, if there was that big gash in that side rail, I could have reused it. I could have taken a little bit more time. But my main concern was not damaging, the side of the cabinet. So any more than it already is. So, all right, so that side's off, and now I'm going to start on the other side. All right, I got that left side rail off, and you can really see how faded the paint is now. This is how it was from the factory. This is the first time that's seen the light of day in 40-something years. And, yeah, you can definitely see how faded it was. No damage getting those nails out, which is good. I'll, of course, be sanding that down, getting it all primed and everything. So, next, just got to get these plastic guides off for the glass. There's one on each side. No staples or anything in that. Usually when I put these in, I'll put some staples in there. to hold them in place. All right, so those are off, and now I'm vacuum out this cabinet, and I'm gonna call it a day. All right, it's time to call it a day. I got everything out of the cabinet. Cabinet's completely stripped. So everything that was bolted, screwed, stapled, you name it, it's been removed from the cabinet. So here's a view of the front. You can see, classic leg damage on the front here, rust on the paint. Down this side, not too bad on the fading, no real gouges. There is some planking, some light planking on this side. Around the back here, pretty standard issue for 40-year-old pinball cabinet. Got the little furniture legs, feet, whatever you want to call them, off the back here just now. I'll be replacing those with some nice new plastic ones that are easy to move around. Here's the other side here. You can definitely see the fading in that paint. No real gouges. But, you can, like I said, there is some planking. So I'll get that. Once I get everything sanded off, we'll assess how bad it is. I think I might be able to, get it all sanded off, get it filled with Bondo, and, sand it again, get it primed, and see what it looks like. Some more planking up here in the front. So you can see there where the layer of plywood has separated. So, all right. So that's where we're at for today. I'm going to call it a day and go have some dinner. I'm starved. All right.